Good morning. It's Jan at JDK Counseling here. I want to talk to you this week a little bit about our brains, and our brains are getting tired as this pandemic goes on. And there's some very natural and expected reasons for that, which I won't go into neuroscience right now. But if you notice yourself not sleeping well or having trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or your sleep is really restless, maybe you notice yourself being a little bit more irritable or really getting angry or short-tempered. You might be having a hard time now starting to track some of the days and feeling like you're losing time or time is moving slowly or time is moving super fast. It might be a little bit more foggy than usual. And maybe you're even just really sick and tired of Zoom meetings. All of these are normal responses to an abnormal situation. And part of that is because our brains really can't take in the enormity of this entire situation and all the consequences and ramifications of it, short term and long term. And when if we could, or sometimes when we have those moments where we can even get a glimpse of how enormous this is, we just kind of naturally want to shut down, and that's normal. And for many of us who are either on the front lines dealing with, um, you know, sick patients in the hospital or people at the grocery store or trying to be on the road as a truck driver, just getting supplies to where they need to be, we have to shut down our exhaustion or our feelings or our thoughts about any of this so we can function. It's called compartmentalizing. We sort of tuck those things away. And eventually they really start to eat at and bubble up in our systems. And we're carrying all of this with us. And it makes us tired. Parents at home who are trying to teach their kids on top of working and on top of everything that you now extra have to do, you have to start putting we put the anger or the frustration and all of these things, or we try to aside, and that wears on us after a while. It makes us tired. And we're working as hard as possible to keep things normal in an abnormal situation. Zoom meetings are a perfect example of that, and why Zoom tiredness is a real thing. Talking on Zoom gives us certainly the connection. We're not totally lost of connection, but Zoom also gives us sort of a plausible deniability that we really are still connected, but yet our bodies know that we're not physically in the same place, and our brains are working to make sense of that. And once in a while, that's fine, but when it's a continuous thing, this really starts to build on us. Again, like I said last week, we are in an ultra marathon, not of our choosing. And if we've trained for it, it's still a hard thing to run, and many people haven't trained for this. So self-care is critical, very critical at this time. So again, make sure you're doing your daily self-care habits: a shower, eating, getting dressed, getting out for a walk, all those kinds of things, keeping your normal routine as much as possible. Take control of what you can control. Maybe it's cleaning a spot. Maybe it's shutting off the TV, something you can actually take control of and have a sense of power over. Tend to something growing, whether it's a plant or order some seeds online and have them sent to you. Tend something growing and living. And if you can't do that, look outside, go outside. Things are blossoming and budding right now. Look for the signs of new life. Have one good laugh about something every single day. If you need some support or coaching about some of these very, very actually simple practices, but sometimes really hard to implement when you're under stress, call someone like me. Reach out, Jan at JDK Counseling. I'm sorry, Jan at therapysecure.com. Talk to a priest, your rabbi, a spiritual director, a counselor. Reach out. You are not alone. Everyone is struggling with this. If this would be helpful, certainly please pass this video on to whoever you think would find it helpful. Take good care of yourselves. Your brains are tired. My brain's tired. We need to self-care here for the long term, and we will get through this. Thanks, everyone. Take care.